The realm's super laggy, Slack. What have you done?
I've done nothing.
Like, my shulker boxes are not closing. They're staying open. There's only me, you, and Tiz on, so it's you or Tiz.
No, I think it's
my
crashing.
donkey. Yeah, my donkey's gone very still. Oh,
yeah.
He's flying. Oh no, it's
wow.
back again.
Oh, wow.
Hey. Carry on jumping, donkeys. Don't worry. Right, we're back in. Chests are working as they should be doing. Very nice. It's nice to be able to open your shulker boxes and see what's inside them. What is the plan for today? Bearing in mind, I keep putting off my big epic video that I've got coming up because I keep doing things with you. But it's more, I really like doing things with you. So.
Yeah. Well, right now I'm building a small mob farm inside the witch farm.
Impossible. Can't be done. I don't believe you. I'm coming over.
I've got the collection system already in place.
Oh,
literally.
Wow. Okay.
Literally, all that has to be done is build the spawning platform.
Ah!
I mean,
Uh-oh.
I've done extended the density check perimeter all the way out. If you take a look outside, I've lit up more and cave lit a lot more.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
So,
your base looks even more ugly than before with all the glowstone. Lovely.
I know, exactly. Amazing,
Slack.
isn't it?
Oh,
well,
I wish you'd do my base like that as well.
Oh, I can. Don't worry, I can do it. I can help you out. There is another potential way of doing this.
No, it's not. It's impossible. It can't be more than one.
It all depends. It all depends on how brave you want to be. Well, you know the new spawning mechanics, they only spawn spherical around you, right?
Yeah.
So what if we went to an area that was far away, that had not been loaded yet? We built a staircase up, and then we pillared out. Technically, if no one loads it, we could build a big one without actually building a perimeter.
Without doing a perimeter, but we can never ever touch the ground.
Right.
We can't even go within. Oh
60
man.
blocks. Yeah.
Oh,
it's tempting, isn't it?
I'm tempted, and we could always do the perimeter afterwards, but if one of us falls off, and I'm saying one of us meaning me, it will just ruin the whole thing, and I'll be in trouble. Here you've already got a perimeter, but you can only have a small farm, right? So you're going to build something here, and then we'll have to build something somewhere else anyway, which sort of negates you having one here. And isn't this going to make a mess of your witch hut design, having it in here?
Yes, I really don't want it here. I really don't.
Right,
I've said that in the video.
Let's do it somewhere else then. And before we do anything else, let's literally build a platform at y equals 100 or y equals 150, so that above an ocean, right?
Okay.
And then we'll build a mob farm above it. And that way, if we fall off the mob farm, we're going to land on the platform. We're not going to affect anything.
Okay, that sounds really good. I like that idea. What are we going to build the platform out of? Are we going to build it out of glass, or are we going to build it out of slabs?
Glass? You're made of money. Hello and welcome back to another Minecraft Let's Play video by me, FoxyNoTail, here on the Truly Bedrock Survival Realm, and I'm joined by SlackLizard, who has made yet more of my furnaces and claiming them as his own. But without getting all embroiled in that, Slack, just follow me to my base for a second. And yeah, we was just talking about pistons and the fact that I think, or Slack thinks, that pistons now, whoa, bit of lag, activate a little bit quicker than they used to. And I would agree. I would definitely agree. Since this latest update, I think pistons certainly do seem to go faster than they used to. And we've just noticed that with your I say your loosely, my furnace array that you built in your base.
Who's?
So, oh, there we go, look. Here we go. What's she want this time?
No. You're recording it. We're recording in the middle of the day, so the family is active in the middle of the day.
It's just her talking, is it? Here, look at that. Look at that.
I've noticed, yeah.
That's loads faster than it used to be.
I swear they've done an update. They've done an update with the clocks or something with redstone timing or...
Yeah, it seems that way. It really does seem like you get more bang for your buck with pistons than they used to in 1.10. And I don't understand why, but that is loads faster than I've ever been able to get one of those to be.
Definitely a change. That is a lot faster than normal, and I don't know why. I really...
Wow. This is going to be a fun episode, I think. Slack's mum featuring Foxy and Slack. Okay, let's fly back to your base, because obviously a lot's changed there, and we need to talk about it because we just saw it all and flew away. So, joking aside, Slack has spent this last episode, which was only a few minutes ago really in real life, building this amazing furnace array, and it's pretty good. And I was just noticing the clock on it. It's a lot more simple than the one that I did on my furnace array. Otherwise, it's exactly the same. But the clock, the clock's different.
No confusion on my tutorial. Yes, Foxy knew that I was going to do that in advance. I mean, it's not like I blatantly stole. Maybe
it looks really good. And you used to have to do this on 4 ticks, but now you can do it on 3 ticks, and the pistons still work, but they are creating a horrendous amount of lag. Which poor old Zloy, he's not on at the moment. He's not appreciated at the moment. So yeah, we're going to have to get out of this area, aren't we, Slack?
Yeah. I was just smelting us down some stone, because you said you wanted some smooth stone for what our project is at hand today. Yeah. And I think I've got a total of about 10 or 11 shulker boxes of smooth stone now. I don't know what you maybe have to contribute to it.
Contribute?
I mean, only if you'd like to. I mean...
Well, I'm sure I can lend a couple of blocks.
You know, previously, me and you worked on a concept mob farm that you didn't want to put out a tutorial on because you felt it wouldn't be 100% original. Yeah. But it works, man. It works. Well, and not everybody follows everybody, man. And we need it. We need it.
Yes, I agree. We do need it. And I am... Having spent some time doing my research and looking into it, I think there is warrant for a tutorial on that, but we need to acknowledge the original author, because I was led to believe when we were talking about it that it was a unique idea that no one had come up with before. I didn't realise it was someone already done it pretty much exactly the same thing. Now, we have adapted it quite substantially from the original design, and it works very, very well. And that's what we're going to be building today. Although not all of it, because it's so cheap and easy and resource light, it's a real difficult one to actually build. And we've got quite a big roadblock in our way, haven't we, Slack? There's a big challenge in today's video.
Yeah, we're trying to manipulate game mechanics to our advantage. Now, with recent game spawn mechanic changes, mobs only spawn within a spherical radius around the player, so 24 to 54 blocks away from the player.
Hang on, Slack. Hang on. I need to visualize. Okay. I need some blocks.
You need to visualize. All
Give
right.
me some blocks. Just any old blocks.
You get some blocks.
Okay, so let's just, for very, very basicness sake, in the good old days... Shut up, Slack. This is perfect. All right? I know exactly what I mean. No one else will, but I know exactly what I mean. In the good old days, as you may have seen in my original, very, very, very long time ago, mob spawning mechanics video, where I learned all about mob spawning mechanics. It used to be that it didn't matter where you were inside one chunk, that mobs would spawn away from you in pretty much the ticking area, which is 4 chunks in any direction in almost a sphere. But the sphere wasn't done by blocks, it was done by chunks, and it didn't matter how low down they were or how high up you were. You could be at sky limit, mobs would spawn down at bedrock, you could be down at bedrocks and mobs would spawn at sky limit. It was just based around the active chunks around the player. But that is no longer the case. Now the spawning is pretty much the same as it is on Java Edition-ish, but the despawning isn't. The despawning is exactly the same, which means it's still completely broken. But now the spawning is a perfect sphere around a player. So it's not a circle, it's not down to bedrock and up to sky limit, it is now a perfect sphere. So imagine you're in the center of a sphere, you can stand on there, and let's say for argument's sake, mobs won't spawn any lower than that, and they will sort of build up in the sphere around the player going outwards. So you did a lot of testing on this, didn't you? What you'll see that we're inside of here is a big sphere. So this was originally lots and lots and lots of platforms, as Slack was trying to explain a minute ago, and each one of those coloured blocks of concrete around us is where mobs have spawned. And you can see just from this that there are a lot less below the player. The player would have been on that red cross we were stood on. there's a lot less below than there are above. So mob spawning seems to happen predominantly in a perfect sphere look above the player. And there's one more unusual thing about this. Blue is zombies, and you might notice that the zombies only spawned on the very top layer.
The only thing that this does not really show is Enderman, because I had 2 high platforms, and the Endermen literally were just few and far between. Like if you look at this center platform, black represented Enderman.
Okay, so what we've got here is a lot of different crisscross patterns of basically concrete with buttons next to them, and as you might be able to tell, there are lots of mobs falling down onto those magma blocks to their doom. Basically, what we're doing is abusing basically a mechanic of the game where mobs see buttons and they try to walk on them. They try to walk off the concrete onto the button and realise that they can't. And they don't realise they can't and they fall off basically. So no redstone, no water, no pistons, no nothing. Just literally spawning spaces for mobs to spawn on, and they will just naturally, as you can see even the spiders look, just fall off. And we basically get from this one nearly 4,000 items, and look at all that gunpowder, in 1 hour. That's all the gunpowder, plus what's in that hopper there. That's just 1 hour. 1 hour gave us all that. So this, if we can build this, is not only going to give us tons of resources, it's also pretty much lag-free as well, because there's no redstone, there's no pistons. The only redstone we're going to have is a collection system. As you might notice from this, there's no way of actually collecting the items, and you might think, well, how did you get all of those items in this chest over here? The reason is we had a command basically picking up the items off the floor and putting them into this hopper here. And that is as simple as that. So we're going to attempt to build something very similar to this, probably just one module today, in an area of the world, high up in the sky, where we're not having to worry about mobs spawning below us as well. So we don't have to worry too much about a perimeter. So that should be pretty good, shouldn't it, Slack? He's nodding because he's muted his microphone because his mum won't shut up. Right, should we go and do this, Slack?
Is it safe for me to talk? Is it safe for me to talk? Yes. Let's jump back on the realm and gather up the resources and get started, shall we?
I think that's a good idea.
She's gonna watch this video and be like, "Why is Foxy talking about me?"
I'm gonna leave all the rude bits in, like shut up and all that.
He better not be talking about me. He better not be talking about me.
I'm not talking about you, Slack's mum. Don't worry. Stop picking it back up again. Throwing it on the floor so I got space in my inventory because of that stupid. Oh no! I made a load of carpet. Oh my goodness! Do you know, Slack's mum?
You trying to spawn? You trying to spawn-proof the area with carpets? Is that what we're doing?
Yeah, spawn-proof the mob farm.
Well, we don't want to cause lag for everybody, so I'm gonna make sure the spawn-proof on the mob farm. We don't want anything spawning causing loads of lag. Get in trouble, we will. Uh-oh, they're getting loud.
Has she been drinking, your mum, today?
No,
she having a party?
No.
Well, I'm not sure I can put up with all of this rowdiness without being cordially invited. It's not fair, you know.
You're more than welcome to come on over. I mean, anytime.
Well,
you said you wanted to come on over.
I haven't had an official invitation from your mum. I would like you to join me and Grandma and the boys for a party.
Okay.
What's your password for the Wi-Fi?
You're gonna get me in trouble. It's like it happens in every episode, but just never makes it into the episode. The number of times that Foxy has just stopped and looked at me and just
cutting
laughed.
it out now.
Yeah. It's like we're not cutting it out anymore.
Yeah, I can't bother. I spend far too much time editing out Slack's mum. I can't do it anymore. I'm nearly where we're supposed. Oh, I found it, Slack. I found where we're going. I don't want to go any further forward than this. I'm here.
Well,
I'm on our little island. It's minus 3,072 by 1913. What height are we building this out to? 150, did we say?
At least.
Okay, Slack and I are at the area where we're going to be building. We've got a little island here, and right in front of us that way is a large piece of ocean. The idea is we're going to pillar up like this on this scaffolding. We're going to build out that way to about 150 blocks, and we're going to build a huge platform at this level and then build the mob farm above that. And the reason we're doing that is we don't want to go over that area at all low down, because if we load up the ground underneath the ocean, we're going to get mobs spawning in the ocean, we're going to get mobs spawning underneath, and they won't despawn, and that's going to affect the rates. So we need to do this entire thing without going close enough to the ocean for anything to spawn. So we need to go, I think, what's the minimum height we can go down to, Slack, before we start loading things in? Is it like the ocean's at level 60, isn't it?
54 blocks.
54. So we need to not go below like 120, which gives us about 30 blocks at this height to play with. So if we fall, we're going to have to activate our Leecher very quickly and get away.
Ideally, something we need here is slow-falling potions while we're building the platform for our safety.
Yeah, that would help. Excellent. Are we doing bottom slabs so we don't get things spawning on it?
That would be ideal.
Because if things spawn on it and they end up falling in the ocean, then we can't kill them.
Yeah, that would be the opposite of what we would be aiming for today.
Tiny weeny bit of problem.
If I fall, it's not my fault. Blame Bedrock, okay? Oh, I can do it
Blame
that
Slack's
way better,
mom.
can't I? Blame Slack's mom.
Slack's mom has got it going on. She's all I want and I waited for so long. Slack's mom, can't you see that you're not the one for me? Something, something, something. I'm in love with Slack's mom.
I can't remember the words. Something like that. I'm assuming you know the Stacey's mom song.
Yes. She might give you a thumbs up in your video, though.
Woo! Slack's mom, thumbs up. And the only reason we're doing this is because we don't want to build a perimeter, because it's going to take forever. The problem is, if any of the other members decide to fly over here and have a look at it, they risk loading up the ground and ruining this entire thing. So we are going to have to create a perimeter at some point, which means we're going to have to slab the ocean, Slack. We probably should have done this above a desert.
Yeah. Probably would have been smart doing it above a desert. But I mean, at least we got conduits, you know?
Yeah,
I mean,
I suppose so.
but-
Well, I haven't got any of you.
No, I don't have one.
So no, we don't have conduits.
Oh God, phantoms! I didn't even think of that.
Yeah. I don't have a bow or a sword on me either. I've literally just brought my pickaxe. I got lag then. I started falling a little bit. Notice how it's me doing all the building again, as Slack has family issues in inverted commas.
Oh God, here we go already. People were leaving. I had to say goodbye.
Oh, had to say goodbye. Like you even care. You're just dodging building yet again, as usual.
Always an excuse.
Slot Foxy do all the work. oh, Mama needs a password again.
Yeah, I bet she does. Oh!
Oh, don't like the sound.
We need a wall around the outside.
Oh, I hate when you intentionally want to place a slab under it like that. It's like, no, you can't do it. But you do it on accident, and it's like, oh, there you go. No, not what I wanted to do.
You want to place a slab? Impossibly, where you're not even looking there, but you wanted to, didn't you? That slight pause you did when placing it makes me think.
No! Since you said it, all my slabs are going wrong now. You keep your blooming mouth shut, Slack. Oh, Slack, no! You placed blocks behind me! I didn't know why are you always building where I'm building? That totally threw me off. I thought I was safe. I haven't got any slabs. I just spat all over my screen as well, panicking. Gross. Oh, Slack, you pain in the butt.
I just placed these blocks behind Foxy and he thinks he can go further then. That'll be a laugh. Gotcha, idiot.
Oh God, I can't breathe.
It's a good job I was quick at switching to my rockets then.
That was true expert level right there is what that was.
I went topped up early this week. I actually got mine earlier today. Yeah, I thought I best get my expert in early this week because they might have run out by Tuesday.
Yeah, that's where you really went this afternoon, wasn't it?
Yeah,
you're like, if I'm going to be recording with him, I need to top off my expert.
Yeah, if we're going to be doing mob farms where I'm not allowed to fall in the water, I'm going to need extra expert. I actually got an expert level 100 today, but it cost a fortune. So he had one level left. And I was like, oh, just chuck it in. He's like, you can't go above 99. I was like, just do it. It's like, you can't. You never know what's going to happen if you go over 99. That could be, disastrous. I was just like, oh, it's only one. Come on, just do it. And he's like, oh, well, it's on you. It's on you, mate. And I was like, no, what could possibly go wrong? What could possibly go wrong having too much expert?
And he did it. He let you have 100.
He did. I've never felt this good before, to be honest with you. I feel like I'm on fire.
I'm jealous.
Mate, ask me to do something skillful. See how good this expert level 100 really is.
Go sleep in a bed. It's getting nighttime.
Okay, I've got this. What I'm going to do is I'm going to fly up here, and I'm going to scoot all the way down, and I'm going to hit the bed. No, I'm not. I never should have gone for 100. I knew I shouldn't have gone for 100. Oh, man. I can't believe that. Oh, he duped me. He set me back to level 1, didn't he? He didn't give me 99 at all. It goes round, doesn't it? You go from 99 back to 1 again. I bet you any money. Oh.
That's rough. That's rough, man.
I can't believe it. Do you know, it's been a long time since I died, Slack. I can't remember what it feels like. Well, I can now.
Well, that's why I tend to carry a totem in my offhand.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that would have been a good idea.
All right, a little bit of a status update here. I mean, not a Facebook status update. Facebook, what? No. Foxy, you got me all confused talking Facebook over here. Hashtag blame prowl. At FoxyNoTail. Too many social media platforms. Okay, so we've got a 2x3 platform in here. How big are we going with this? I mean, you just keep laying slabs all day long.
Well, if we're going to do 2x3, we might as well do 3x3 because I don't like it when things aren't perfectly square.
Sure.
There we go! Hurrah! Oh no, this won't do, Slack. This side's too wide. No, start again. Get rid of it. We'll leave that for future expansion. Oh well. Smoke came up around me and went nowhere. Good job, FoxyNoTail. Smooth stone. How many things did you think we were building today? We've got enough smooth stone to cover the world, Slack.
Well, you said you wanted a lot of smooth
stone. What's that? 1, 2, 3, 8, 9, 10, 11, 11 shulker boxes of smooth stone, Slack. I think this is just... And another one. 12. 13, 14 shulker boxes of smooth stone. This is ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. You've gone way over the top, as usual.
Usually you're complaining I don't bring blocks, and I bring blocks for a change, and now you're complaining
I'm not complaining.
Blocks? Well, Can you make up my mind for me?
I might be complaining a bit. What do I need, Slack? Words.
We're doing a collection system. Magma.
No, my boots. That's what I was thinking of.
Oh, Frostwalker.
Yeah. Oh, look at that. I just happened to have here's some I prepared earlier. It's almost like I knew what I was doing. I didn't, but it's like I did. My elytra are nearly dead as well. I'm going to put my other elytra on.
It's amazing we have all those elytras, isn't it?
Yeah. It's amazing I've got enchanted one, considering my villagers are all completely brain-dead, useless gimboids.
I can't find my workstation, FoxyNoTail.
Put your glasses on, right in front of you. You just tripped over it.
I don't think I did.
You did? It's right there. It's not.
Oh no, I just think this is someone else's.
It's not. I promised you nobody else is linked to that, John.
No, it's not mine. No, I recognise mine. It's got a scratch on it.
It hasn't. That's your workstation.
I'm not convinced, I'm pretty sure. I don't want to link to it just in case it's someone else's. From a different village thousands of blocks away.
How are you flying? That was so broken. Yeah, you're gonna fly beneath in a minute and end up in the ocean.
Probably.
What?
Bet you didn't know I could do that, did you? Hmm?
That was some skill, and the scaffolding is now going to be in the way.
Well, get rid of it.
Okay.
It's not difficult, is it? Break it. It like takes one hit and it's all gone. You're always moaning about everything. Oh, my way. Oh, goodness.
Who's the one always moaning about everything? I swear you do more moaning than me.
No, I don't. That's what my parents say and my friends and everyone that doesn't like me anymore. I don't moan. I explain things in a way that sounds miserable. No, I do. I'm not a moaner. Leave me alone.
Okay. Sure. All right. Do you want to take part in this right here? Because if you don't, I'm just going. Okay, then I'll just redstone it however I want. Okay.
Yeah. You redstone it, and then I'll tell you how you did it wrong when you finished.
Then you'll inform me of how I'm doing everything wrong, as per usual, right?
Yeah, that's what I just said. I think I must have cut off on your recording because it's literally what I just said. Why are you doing it there?
You said 2 in the center. Here we go. Here we go.
Goodness me. Yeah, but why are you doing... That's your redstone block line, right? Yeah?
Yeah, it's my first one.
Yeah, so why are you doing it right at the edge? Now it's got to go a long way... What?
Well, I was going to add one here. I was going to add one in the middle and one on the other side because...
But you only need 2. If you do that, like
slow...
4 or 5 blocks in from the edge, and then... Do you know what? Do what you like, Slack. Do what you like. You never listen to me anyway.
Okay, I'll just do what I like then. Now, just be warned that these...
You be warned. I'm not being warned. You be warned. Stop warning me. I'm not even being warned. You be warned. You big warner.
Just watch it. Mobs will spawn on these redstone blocks.
I don't even care.
I figured this out earlier.
Yeah, you be warned. I'm not being warned about mobs. Oh, look who's here, Slack. I was just about to say, should we do a status update? But the wandering traders arrived. What do you sell, sir? Nonsense. Rubbish. Absolute. Oh, that's not bad. 1 emerald for a seed. Or 1 emerald for a sugarcane. You're a rip-off merchant. That's what you are. Not a wandering merchant. You're a rip-off merchant, Sunshine. Right, where are we up to, Slack?
Well, we've got the collection system in at this point in time. I am down here extending out the platform so that we do not have no mobs falling into the ocean. I was up there helping you put buttons in, but we were a little bit afraid of mobs falling off and going into the ocean, so that's why I've been doing this down here. Now, what have you been doing up there in the meantime?
I've built 4 platforms, 2.5, well, 1.5 of them have buttons on. But before we, have you noticed where the other wandering trader's llama is, Slack?
Yeah, it's not with him. It's not with him at all.
Free lead, get it. Yeah, so I'm just literally building up these platforms. I'm almost halfway there. There's going to be 10 altogether. 10 altogether, and I've done 4. And it's taken my entire life, but I will get there.
Yeah.
Now,
it's
technically,
very, very time consuming.
For the amount of drops we'll get from this, just this one segment, but I mean, we're planning on having quite a few of these. But yeah, just the mob drops you'll get from one of these per hour is absolutely ridiculous, considering all we're doing is basically just placing blocks. Placing blocks and a few buttons. There is nothing more complicated. Yes, it's boring, and yes, it's repetitive, but it could be a lot worse. We could have to doing really complicated redstone and getting confused and having water flushing everywhere and all that sort of stuff. This is so simple. It's so easy. And I think that's probably why it's boring, to be honest, because it is easy to do. And I don't mean it's a boring farm, because it's going to give us loads of stuff. But the build process, I mean, you could fall asleep doing this. Literally, you could. It's just very repetitive. If I was doing this on my own, rather than having a good time with Slack, I would probably
I would have done quit. I would have done quit, yeah.
Well, I don't think I'd have quit. I'd have probably like put music on or watch some YouTube videos in the background and just aimlessly place blocks for, 3 or 4 hours until it was done. And then...
Yeah, because it's a grind. It really is a grind. I mean, we've been sitting here having good conversation. Don't know if everything we've talked about will make it into the video, but it's been good times. It's tedious because we're trying to be extra cautious to make sure that we don't fall off of this thing.
Yeah, I think that's as well. That's the extra level of, like, it's not like... Yeah. We can take our fingers off the pulse for a second, because if we do fall off and we go too far down, it's ruined the entire thing.
Yeah, Yeah, it's like I'm pretty sure he's walking around shift clicking all the way up there. It's kind of like me putting in this extra layers of blocks. Like just on the safe side, I'm shift clicking. I'm sorry because I don't want to risk it. I really
was
don't.
shift
We've done
clicking, but
invest.
I've actually got into such a routine of doing it now that I don't. I only shift click at the end. I'm used to how long these things are now, and when you get into a rhythm, you can lay like, right, I need to shift click now. You see that first red line come across, and you think, right, that's the first chunk, so I know I've only got a few blocks left. I need to shift click and just place the last few, and then
you're using the chunk visualizer?
Yeah. What? No. What's a chunk visualizer?
Red line? What?
Hey?
Foxy?
No, that's just the edge of some of the blocks. Just how they look. Yeah.
Oh, that's texture pack.
No, it's not. No. No texture pack. No mods, no cheats, no nothing. I haven't got anything. No link in the description. No help. No.
But Foxy.
If I didn't get asked that question every single day on every single video I put out, I'd probably be a little bit more inclined to talk about it. But even I get direct messages. Like I got one the other day, direct message on Discord, like, "Hey, I see you got a chunk visualizer in your videos. How do you install it?" And I said, "Oh, why have I got to tell you? Go ask someone else. Look and just read the website."
You know what,
I have to figure
what the main
it out.
problem is? The main problem is a lot of people play on the phone.
Problem.
No, a lot of people play on the phone.
No, people are lazy and they suck, and they all just come to me because they think, "Oh, Foxy will do it for me. He's got loads of time on his hands."
Well, he's got that. And see, you're a victim of your own success here with your expert level 99.
Yeah, I think that's what it is. People do tend to look up to you and they want advice for you, and I do appreciate that, and I really genuinely do. And I would love to help everybody, but if you answer the same question 4,000 times, it starts to get a little bit thin. It starts to wear a bit thin, and it starts becoming an annoyance. And it's not the 4,000 on first person's fault that it's annoying, because they could have been first in line. It's just they happen to ask you that question after the other 4,000 people have already asked it. So I'm not angry at anybody or upset with anybody for asking me that same question over and 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 over again.
I just made the point of over.
Yeah, but it's.
Hey Foxy, it's nighttime.
Yeah, it's fine. We're all good here. So yeah, I'm not. I just will ignore it. If anyone asks it, I'm just going to ignore it, because I've answered the question a million times. All you have to do is Google it. It's very easy to find that information. It's not like I'm hiding it from anyone.
Come down here for a second.
No.
Mobs are actually falling to their death. No, come down here. Look, they're falling to their death.
Really? It's working?
Yeah, creepers, skeletons, spiders.
Really? What, while I was up there?
Yeah, while
risking
you were
my
up there.
life?
Look at this.
Wow. Okay, this is working. I can't believe it. We haven't even do we even need buttons at this point?
I think they're falling off the lower levels that have buttons.
Look at that. I just watched a zombie fall off the top one.
Well, do you want to build it first without buttons?
Yeah, we do need buttons. Oh, we need buttons. Help! Help! Ah,
look at them!
Ah, run away!
Look at this! Look at the drops already there.
I know.
Look at this.
Okay, people, won't you lend an ear? I've got a story to tell, and I'm telling it here.
Ooh, I like stories.
Okay, so we have now built all 10 layers, as you can see, and Slack is going around putting buttons on all of those layers. I've just done the top couple of layers of buttons, and I'm giving up now because it's very late for me. What I'm going to do instead is I'm going to build a roof over this thing, and then I'm going to go to bed. And I'm not going to get to see the end of it, I don't think, today, which is really sad about. Slack will finish it off, and it'll be amazing, and I won't get to see it. But I will catch it before the end of the episode for you guys, because obviously it would be a bit mean just leaving everyone hanging. But yeah, it's amazing so far. Things are dropping every night, and it has taken a small age just to do this one block. And we're doing how many of these, Slack, supposedly? Not today, but over time.
Another 4.
Another 4. So that should be about, what, 10, 20 years?
Yeah, 10, 20 years. That sounds about a good estimated timetable for all this.
Yeah, it's not quick. It really isn't quick building this thing, but it's working and it's awesome. So it's definitely worth it. Definitely worth it. And I can't wait to see it in full swing. But unfortunately, I'm going to have to build the roof and then... that's about it, really. Nighttime is coming, things are falling down. It looks like Slack's doing a good job with the buttons. My roof is still
It sounds like you're getting really tired over there, buddy.
The roof is... You've been drinking.
Words are
No,
words are getting difficult.
they are. I'm tired. Leave me alone. It's very morningness. Look at all that
That's all the
gunpowder.
buttons.
Is that all of
That's all
them?
the buttons.
Oh, come down and
all the
stand on
buttons.
the AFK spot and let's see it in action.
Oh yeah, so I can get blown up by a creeper.
Good idea. Quick. You wait there. Oh wow, look at that. That was more than one mob at once.
Yeah, I'm
Epic.
scared to be standing over there.
Well, I'm currently having a few issues connecting to Discord and the voice chat, but while I am doing that, look at this. Look at all the drops we've got going down here. It's daytime, things are spawning. We do need some more roof on that to make the full thing, you know, fully darkened. But look at that. That's amazing. This thing is absolutely amazing. I'm very happy with it, and I'm going to try and get back in a chat with Slack.
Well, Foxy, it doesn't appear to be working correctly.
Well, we need to do a little bit of work on the hopper unloaders. It feels like things have changed a little bit, and I am basing my design off something that I did many ago, and I don't even know if I got it right. I probably haven't. It kind of worked a bit, and then it stopped. So, but it's really late. It's like ridiculously late for me, and I'm very tired, and my brain just says no. So I'm going to leave it here for me. Well, how about you?
It's sadly it's actually late here my time, and I've been sleeping normal hours. So yeah, I'm probably gonna call it a night too.
Okay, I have just logged back in. It is the morning, and I immediately got shot by this skeleton here who nearly knocked me off the platform, which was a bit worrying. Slack is here. I didn't expect him to be here. We're not in voice call at the minute, but I guess I ought to catch him on Discord and find out what's been going on. See if we got lots and lots of drops while I was asleep. Wow. Yeah, it looks like we did. It looks like we did, which is good. So I'm going to try and get hold of Slack on Discord. If I can't do that, then I guess I'll be back on my own again in a second. Good morning, Mr. Lizard. You're live on television. Do not swear. Yeah, what's the situation, my lizardy friend?
Well, I went AFK at this thing last night. I AFK'd from 10 o'clock till 1:30 in the morning, and when I woke up at 1:30 in the morning, the the minecarts were sitting right here, not
Okay.
moving.
All right. Okay. Well, it looks relatively. Well, I say relatively. It looks very impressive in terms of like the yield from a little bit of AFK, considering the AFK you came back to was broken, and yeah, that's there's over a shulker box with the gunpowder there already. How many hours would you say you effectively did?
3.5 hours, and when I turned back on my monitor and looked, this whole area was covered in drops. Like, I ran down here and picked up what was here till I could figure out what was going on, and I literally picked up like 3 stacks of gunpowder, 3 stacks of bones. The whole area was just full. So I don't know how long items had been sitting there despawning.
So three hours worth of broken AFK in, and we've got a shulker plus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, nearly 6 stacks of gunpowder. That's very good.
Yeah.
What I really like, Slack, is we've got yet another string farm.
We got another string farm, yep.
Another bone farm. Oh yeah, all my favourites. And more arrows. No, the bones are actually very useful. This is going to save me having to steal your bones, you see. So that's a good thing. Do you mind if I just turn all of this string into wool?
Yeah, go ahead.
Do we need it for anything else?
No, we don't need it for nothing else.
Yeah, and to be honest with you, the rates you get from that, there's very little desire from my point of view to build another 4 modules, because I just think, well, do we need them? Is it going to give us comparatively any more drops?
Well, you got a very good logical point there. I mean, what would happen if we build the whole thing and somebody comes in and loads it and breaks it?
The amount of hours per module to put in.
Yeah.
Considering the rates we get, let's say this gives us 3,000 drops per hour.
Yeah,
Or
yeah, exactly.
roughly.
Yep.
Six
I'm done
modules,
following
or-
what you're putting down.
Five,
Yep.
oh no, sorry, 5 modules altogether isn't going to give us 15,000 drops an hour because we're going to hit the mob cap. So,
Yeah.
in my eyes, is it worth wasting time building another 4 modules when between us, one of us can AFK here, one of us can AFK at the witch farm, and we'll never ever run out of gunpowder?
Exactly. You bring up a very good, valid point.
And then, as much
very
as I
good
would
valid
like
point.
to have an absolutely giant one, I've got stuff to do, you know. So, what we got from your 3 hours of not actually properly fully AFKing, we've got a full shulker box with the gunpowder, a shulker box full of witch drops and more gunpowder, a ton of wool, a ton of bones, and a ton of arrows, which is pretty good. Oh, and I shoved all the rotten flesh in one of your shulkers over here.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
You can have
Yeah.
that. You don't even need to share. So I would say that's a roaring success, Mr. Lizard. Roaring success.
Yeah.
Okay, Slack and I have just done a 5-minute daytime test. It's just coming nighttime now. We're going to do a 5-minute nighttime one in a second. Hang on. Don't sleep. No, don't sleep. Anyway, we got from that maths 272 items in 5 minutes, which if you times that by 12 to give you an hour, that is 3,264 items, which is actually faster than we got as the rate tests in our test world for this very similar design, isn't it?
Yep.
Considering there is Tiz, TNC, and us on, and there's been Silent on, and other people on as well. Oh, well, they're on at the moment, and they're loading mobs as well. That's pretty good. That's pretty good going for this mob farm. I'm really happy with that. Okay, so after 5 minutes of AFK in here at night, me and Slack have managed to get this many items, which is 239. If we times that by 12, that gives us 2,868 items, which is less than we got during the day. We've done this twice now. We've done 2 nighttime tests and only 1 daytime test, and it does show that at night, the rates on this seem to be lower than they are during the day, which is interesting considering we've not actually finished the roof, so our daytime rates are still not at their full potential. I would guess the reason for that is that when it's nighttime, because there are other people on, there are more mobs spawning elsewhere in the world, and then when it comes daytime, if they're on the surface, they're going to burn and die, maybe? But I don't know. I noticed as the sun was coming up, it's raining now, so you can't see it anyway, but I noticed at the end of that test, as the sun was coming up, the rates really did start coming through a lot faster. So, yeah, interesting thing to note anyway, but so far, it's been a roaring success. It's been very successful, and we've got absolutely tons and tons of stuff from this. So, on that note, I'm going to say thank you all very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, do please leave a like. If you haven't already, please do subscribe, and hopefully I'll see you all in the next one. Bye!